Okay. I should split that recording. Let's continue.
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Hung, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
Yeah, Don Hung's already checked in under me.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Yeah, another change.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow Trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the Express. So
Jesus,
he
it's the
wasn't
exact same thing you
registered
said
in your
before.
System. Is it possible to accommodate him as well?
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze these days. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
That's not good.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this.
What?
However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the dreamscape.
That's not good.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
You sound too aggressive to be
I'm
saying
afraid
that,
that's
son.
not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
I just realized the voice I'm hearing. It's Asta. Who does Asta's voice and Mona?
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Welt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
Jesus, brother.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
Infinite red line loops.
It seems so.
I love red tape bureaucracy.
Fudge! Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can, okay?
Damn, bro, he wants to manage him. Hope he's not
Please
good.
calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier. Oh, please wait a moment while I contact him.
You're not getting him to be
I don't
contacted
think she's
either.
trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the Express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Now they can't contact him in the dream either.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Now that's gonna go fantastic.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Don Hung seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
How about shoot up this damn plane? Bam, bam, bam. That's actually nice. Sabrina.
At my age, what's... The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited!
I'm about to shoot the fuck out this place.
Hey! You guys here for the Charmony Festival too?
Well, I didn't come all the way here specially for the festival. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about.
Same
But
old
I
Fapashi.
heard it's a lot of fun!
I don't know what the fuck the festival's about either.
Well, back in my homeworld, Anaria, we have festivals like that all the time. My dad threw me a birthday party one time that was just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
Is that so?
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-amber-era event.
Well, every 100 years?
Birthday party compare?
1,000 years?
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival! I've been looking forward to it!
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
I don't know about that one, bro.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Yeah, they're civilians. They just come to the festival. What the fuck you think this is? I gotta reload this damn thing.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I've traveled all the way from the 𝐻𝐼𝐼 Federation. And
𝐻𝐼𝐼?
I don't want my trip to be ruined.
Ain't no way.
What do you mean?
Don't throw away from fucking Yeehaw Federation.
You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly.
Right, they're supposed to shut down the rumors anytime they hear them.
At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
Oh, bro, this shit's going right to hell.
That's a relief to hear.
He's not even concerned with the Charmony Festival.
Appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop.
He's looking for Acheron. He's not really looking for...
Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder. Sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea.
It was not.
Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
It's a good sign they know how to keep things on the
I
wrap.
agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape.
But the Bloodhounds are out here.
However, I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy.
Now that I think about it, the voice we heard telling them, like the kind voice, we know that's Mr. Gopher. I guess when Acheron at the start there, we didn't know it. But it was Mr. Gopher controlling all of them, talking to Acheron, telling her to leave.
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro?
Bro, that's not how that line is meant to be said.
We'll be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here.
That's true. You are a wild card.
Factor for them.
Acheron and you are the ultimate wild card.
Attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See, the IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
They don't know you're here.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality,
A secret signal.
that's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the Memo Keeper establish a connection with you. But Boothill, if you have more backup plans in the future, I hope you'll let me know in advance.
Nah, we're not that great of allies.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks.
Oh my god, he's from My
I
Hero.
have too many
Yeah, I'm a fucking
unreliable
joke.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go awry. And that would leave all backup plans completely useless.
You don't know the backup plan the moment it happens.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
Shoot our way in.
This is where my street smarts come into play.
Oh my god, we gotta talk to fucking 𝐂𝐿𝐼𝐿 over here.
You're the lobby manager, right?
I'm not wrong, he looks like him.
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
Anyways, he had such a nice coat.
We're the Nameless from the Astral Express. We wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the
Look at
front
the medals
desk
he's
said
got.
she
He got
would
pins and
contact the
medals. What the
manager.
fuck's the point of the area's going down?
Now she's nowhere to be found. Now, we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
God, that's gonna be so stupid but funny.
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
Bro, yeah. You go into a rich fancy place that doesn't have good security, you start getting angry, or a rich fancy place that's supposed to cater to guests, you act like you're supposed to be there. That is absolutely a way to get shit done.
It's called
Standing it up.
for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait.
Especially if you're
while
the
we try
person you're going against in the
contact
pussy.
Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
See?
Exactly.
Just like that.
These people are used to dealing with
Just-
rich assholes.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
Yeah, bro, he's undercover.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the Planet of Festivities.
Yes, it is. Well,
One peach soul glad? Shit. Good evening, gentlemen.
hello, bartender. Yeah, that's how you do it. Start stirring shit
Have
up.
an order for a bottle of Donna's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
His down is wide open.
Donna's White Oak. I think there might be a misunderstanding. We don't serve that here.
I already got the order for it.
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
Check the order.
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the Memo Keeper couldn't afford it?
Well, she never requested it.
What should we do now?
Oh, no need to rush. Let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and she hasn't come yet.
Actually,
Let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
It's on the house, anyway.
right, it is.
What can I get for you?
Anything you recommend is fine.
Come on now.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboom juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor.
Cool
Just
demeanor.
1 minute.
Jesus. Laboom juice.
Flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly the finest sherry cask-aged malt juice in the cosmos.
Yeah, you got it for free.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really
Honestly,
something that
what the-
humans enjoy?
That is the type of shit I say. Dynamite, barbecue, and rocket fuel. That's like when I say geonuclear time, bro. The fuck does that mean?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you are satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system hour.
30 minutes?
If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
What do you think? I think we're
Situation's
outside.
unclear.
Exactly.
Something must have happened on the
We're staring at a
planet
damn
of
murky
festivities,
glass bowl
but
here,
the
bro.
public is unaware
From
of
the
it.
outside.
Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up.
You deduced that shit that
It's
quickly?
unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true,
A
the
little?
situation in Penacony is a little complicated,
I think it's
to say the least.
inconceivably fucked up.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned
This is a
about.
jigsaw puzzle thrown in a river.
Regarding Acheron. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the hunt are some of the most dangerous folks in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in their right mind would impersonate the 𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿 Alliance or the Galaxy Rangers? It's like asking for a death wish. Isn't
Well,
there a saying among
ain't the Galaxy Rangers
𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿
supposed to be
people
dead?
that, the rainbow sect lets their Lux arrow do all the beating?
Alright, that's
Talking.
not.
Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the
They're both
Galaxy
followers of the
Rangers
Hunt.
have been
Well,
out of
no,
sight for
Dante still
years,
follows it, but
we've
it's
been
funny.
keeping an eye on this region.
The
Even
𝐶𝐻𝐻𝐿 and the
dumbest
Galaxy
criminals
Rangers.
know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back
Yeah.
and when to strike without mercy.
Everyone else knows these people are tough as fuck, so you think only a crazy person would go after them. Then you see an organized, professionally calculated person go after and fuck them up. You're like, oh shit. You know this person's strong.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
Yeah, to get in here. That's all she really did
Entirely
it for.
sure, but I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us out. for
Stu,
some
why did she
reason,
show up here?
which I can't figure
Well,
out.
she showed up here to find the Watchmaker's legacy
What worries me
for
more
her,
are the
for
anomalies
her
within
friend,
the family.
right?
They've
That's what she
summoned
told us
followers
about?
from various paths for the festival. No matter how generous such a gesture is, this move seems highly unusual. Unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case, it's even more intriguing that the family insists on organizing the Charmony Festival, despite the chaos.
Maybe it's 𝐿𝐴 the Harmony pulling the strings. You find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't arranged by humans at all. People do
Yeah, I do.
stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge, they even break their own rules.
No loyalty. No morality.
Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think 𝐿𝐴's will is behind all this?
The Harmony itself is causing this shit.
It may not necessarily be 𝐿𝐴. There's definitely some higher entity involved. I
𝐿𝐴.
know it may sound pessimistic.
I fucking would call it Zeit,
But
but
if human
𝐿𝐴
free
is
will
helpful.
were reliable, why would we even need Galaxy Rangers?
Yeah.
It's much simpler when you boil
And
it
shit,
down to
if the AIs were
eons
understandable,
paths.
we'd be a lot more powerful as humans.
𝐿𝐴 always follows the path of the hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite 𝐿𝐴's disappearance.
But in my opinion, 𝐂𝐻𝐿𝐼's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh. So you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because their absolutely right leader is gone?
Yeah, have some agency.
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about
Interesting.
following a path.
I was not
that's always
expecting to
considered
have
absolutely right.
the, like, predestination, like, can you fight fate or not conversation between these two, and the idea of aeons and free will. You would think, obviously it's been brought up a bunch out here because we're with the Stellar 100s in the script. But I think Dan Heng and fucking Boot Hill are gonna be the ones that we had the conversation. The fact that his name is Boot Hill, though, I was hoping to God they would have his name be Booth Hill. It would be the funniest shit. But they actually want Boot Hill.
It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities.
What being a pathstrider
With
actually
limited
means.
insight and judgment.
I was not expecting that conversation between these two.
But I agree that people must take responsibility for their choices. Because no one else can do it for them. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up. This is my final backup plan.
This one's the final.
I promise.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Ace of Spades.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. And by the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important-looking guests?
The hell does that mean, son?
What's your plan?
You kidnap one.
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait. Are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that Asdana's White Oak you just ordered?
That's ordered.
Huh? Asdana's White Oak? But didn't you just say...
Don't go away from shooting down Han just to make a scene.
Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a bottle of Asdana's White Oak just a moment ago.
Oh, so she was this late.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Yeah, we took her outside.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
We gotta go back to that damn ship
No
anyways.
mistake.
Miss
That's her
Catface.
message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what are we waiting for?
I guess if he had,
Let's go.
she wouldn't have known he got the Astral Express. She would have assumed he would have got to the hotel. There's no guarantee he would have made it
Two
on
guests
there.
just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Two guests just boarded. Do people just randomly hop on the ship all the time?
Just in time.
I mean, I guess we are a passenger
Two
train.
guests?
Also two.
Yeah, her too. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that, you have no regard for etiquette.
So who's the second?
My apologies, conductor. It was
Her
an
too.
oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust.
Nah, bro, I
right
want to
now.
know about that. Two guests, and he says her too. Who arrived before her?
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Heng. I've seen you in
Well, her mouth
others'
moving like-
memories.
Something's
And
wrong.
as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting.
Okay, so she does know.
I
too.
hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
Alright,
That's
who's the second
precisely
person?
what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan,
Oh,
and I serve the Garden
Acheron
of
showed
Recollection
first.
as a memo keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
we're about to destroy this fucking
Greetings.
train.
I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
She don't got much of a shirt, so.
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping.
Oh, okay.
And
Just
the process was
crazy bitch.
far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
they blew their way out for you to come.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals, namely all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something?
Nicely.
How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
9mm dingy ass pistol.
doesn't have to
Why
be
does he
like that.
not have a more stronger
I'm willing to
magnum?
answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
Oh, conductor.
This passenger is requesting.
As far
No one's
as I
talking
can
to you.
tell, she's not a threat and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Heng. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited
And standing there
contact
just
with each
aiming at
other.
her.
So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner.
Well, they're Galaxy Rangers? Lawn?
Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens,
Damn, why's your
a
blade come
sign
rain
of
every
their
time?
mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So,
Damn. You should have told that to fucking
how
Adventure.
long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you,
His voice is quiet like
that it
that.
would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain did.
Dude's on the Tataragami Island on
Looks
Genshin.
like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all.
As he spoke, the old man gets fixed in the distance. Amidst the fine visible black rain, countless shadowy hands emerge from the sea, shrouded by the ethereal mist
Well,
reaching it.
Let me share.
Oh. Big black thing in the sky, dropping oil, black hands. Bro, this bitch is a Death Stranding, bro.
Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors in a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans. And for some, Their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders, they emerge from the depths of 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they were once my dear companions. A group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zuro, the Lord Ravager, but it came at a price. A price so hefty that only those who were there still remember. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they shouldn't be reduced to mere puppets of nihility. As for me, I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further. And that makes me the most fitting person to carry out this task.
But you know, these sin-thirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
Guides his friends lost souls.
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer.
Even if, yeah, they put the choice to fight the Lord Ravager is what rose the Galaxy Rangers to fame. Also, they assassinated him, but it seems like it came at a cost of their lives. I'm not sure how Nihility is involved with that, but... And if they knew the consequence that your life will be trapped in Nihility, you'll be reborn, and your life will wander towards Nihility, and that's it. That's what you're fated. Is it really meaningless? They chose their purpose, even if it cost them everything.
What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. And when I bid farewell to this world, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers on it.
Interesting.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish.
Just thumb down for each part. You know?
I
Take
have
the
faithfully
Akamon
served the
part.
Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor.
Is he actually in like a confession
Out
booth?
of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul. So, I confess to you now to seek atonement for my sins.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins?
Oh, yes.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them. Now, please, leave in peace.
Oh, praise 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I hear the sins of your congregation on your floor.
Confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Answer your sin.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
Jesus, bro.
I see. Please, go on.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve.
Did you have enslaved yourself then?
But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family. Praise the harmony!
Next, please step forward.
Hey, long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure, let's just get this over with. I have sinned, please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad. That's it. Nothing more. When we wrap this up, I've got a robo-ball game to catch, you know?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? Well, starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself.
That doesn't sound like atonement,
Before
bro.
you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make me regret my investments in you.
Yeah, that's one way to waver your faith.
Revere, triple-faced soul, hear my doubts. Who can judge the strong when their power hides their crimes? Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
You got the same question Adventurine had.
Brother?
I like that. So
Brother?
Firefly and Robin share the similarity, and Adventurine and Sunday
Are you
share.
alright?
That motherfucker, I thought his fist were clenched, bro. I thought that motherfucker was so angry, bro.
Fine. I've been working long hours.
His face
I
is
just made a
wavering.
trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know
He's
it.
not wrong. He spent like the last 4 or 5 days looking for you. Got killed and has come back. And his faith has been wavering the entire time, bro.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat,
honestly
I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused you.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel it.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand.
Not if he's the damn traitor, he won't.
If the negotiation does not go smoothly, I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing more.
She's a chord master, that's her type.
I'm relieved to see your determination.
You're filled with determination.
You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
I mean, do you think the Dream Master doesn't know you fuckers were in the
Perhaps
other
he'll be
Dream
the
State?
first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Yang.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Yeah, I don't think we will.
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Thank you for everything you've done.
Why are we talking to drunken people about?
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my 𝐂𝐿 bottle. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
The moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me.
Yeah,
I've been
one
away from
kid.
home for too long. I must be missing that moon. But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They told me not to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Selling everything you had? Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living at all.
His dream isn't any better.
It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is
But
the life.
they're still in reality, so they can't stay in Penacony forever.
Truly living?
No. Is this another form of prison?
What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻 Avenue can be dangerous.
The locks, bro.
How about I ask a bloodhound
Yeah, bro.
family member to
We'll
escort
switch
you
out
to
on 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻
Ivy
Avenue.
Park over there, so you can continue enjoying your sweet dream.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow. No wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. You're totally a lifesaver. See you around, Mr. Sunday. And it was nice chatting with you.
I like how they put that out there because Galaxy the dreams at night.
Sister?
We know these dreams at night.
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
You just realized this? This place has been around for like 1,000
I
years.
suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
In dream. Not in touch
Why
with
do you say
reality.
that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony, people create their own illusions called self-value. People believe they have a predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak. However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly. But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value, and even the weak believe in it. The survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness, although in its nascent form. Isn't that the same
He has a
paradise
very
we yearn for in our dreams?
idealistic nihilism,
Perhaps that man
which
is just
sounds like an oxymoron, but
Let's not jump to conclusions.
his outlook
We
on the
should
world
experience
is
the dreamscape ourselves.
what he believes is
Just
an
as I did at
idealistic
Dreamflux
utopia,
Reef.
but his grip on
Yes.
reality is bleak
Seeing
as hell.
is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time for a
I guess I should say he's an idealist. He's an idealist in a nihilistic world. Or what he perceives to be a nihilistic world. Interesting concept. The person running the dream believes everyone should be equal, but is well aware of the reality that nobody
Glad to meet you again,
is.
Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited
I like these two parts paired back together with the discussion of aeons and eons in the past, and the idea of following it no matter what and making your own self-worth,
Too kind, Robin.
and his idea
Pleasure
that
to have guests from all over the universe celebrating
people
day
don't
and night.
determine their own self-worth.
Can't stand being lonely or bored.
Like people
so
determining their own
this
self-worth is
jubilant
detrimental
dreamscape
to them.
is
They should just be
perfect for me.
made equal. It's a very
But if this
interesting
went on
juxtaposition.
forever, would it get boring too?
Nah, not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room,
I'll
this
say.
place is the ultimate paradise.
But how long can you afford a room for? You don't stay here forever.
You know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry about. Being happy here is pure bliss. Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
I like the religious allegories of
I
the
wish you
comparison.
a fantastic performance, Robin. I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
The idea that if heaven is everything you ever wanted,
Seems like that
sounds like its own
guest's
hell, to be honest.
perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point, and I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just that
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life, but in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream. Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
Snap back to reality.
well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room, didn't she?
Yeah, some grip,
However,
but not much.
the paradise in our dreams, it doesn't have to end.
No, and the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
So I'm worried about the Stellaron. It's the idea that the Stellaron has, where it's like, you can save Peanut, you could save your land. You just need to believe in us, and we can
Scenery in
save.
this dreamscape is truly
Bella
breathtaking, isn't it?
Makes you wonder if he's the traitor himself.
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here.
Like the idea that he heard the Stellaron say, the dream could be everywhere in the universe, so let us expand beyond the dream.
You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
Not at
It's
all.
my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐿 mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials. And then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live with everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so I came.
How heart-wrenching. I hope the family has been able to help you.
They have, and I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room.
Yeah, but you're old as hell still.
True appearance. Huh. I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
So, you'll be living forever in this dreamscape, right?
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise, and I'll treasure every moment I spend here. Now I envy those everlasting things.
That old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to for the rest of his life.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
Yeah, the dream
However,
can provide good moments, but it has its
its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't
The dream is just to be that. That's what dreams are. A moment.
There will
fleeting.
be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
This man's fucking insane.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Wait.
Oh no.
Brother, what a surprise to see you again.
I like to hear the voice
Show
trust.
yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
No shit. It's literally
I've
talking
heard that
about
a skilled mass fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you enjoy yourself?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite.
Of course, they're in
And
paradise.
they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless?
Yeah.
Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family.
I mean, that's how it works. People have value. You need to
Because
take
if it
value
weren't
from
for
this.
me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles. Don't you think?
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I have no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, chicken wing boy. But I'm
Still calls
pretty
it.
sure Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, chicken wing boy? Did I get to you?
That's right. Is this the place
Our
we deserve?
paradise is none of your concern, Master Fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
Why does her voice sound like
All
that?
right,
It's modulated.
I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part.
And she seeded
now
the
I'm
doubt.
simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last 2 gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling. Bang!
A jester in a land of fools.
In the distance.
That's what she is.
It seems the
That's what her goal
Dream
was the
Master
entire
will
part.
arrive
That's what her juxtaposition is to be. A jester in a land of fools. Somehow it turns out to be the only one who's serious.
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to
But
arrive.
she doesn't fool herself. That's the whole point. She doesn't fool herself literally
By
into
the way,
believing
brother,
this is
I
paradise.
heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. Back when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
She lost her voice and lost her sweetness.
Someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
But that someone doesn't have to be you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much
Not
on your
true.
shoulders, brother.
The dream head has to always be
The
awake.
paradise
Or
in our
asleep.
dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their rehabilitation techniques for a long time now. That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he is receiving hospice care in a comatose state, and his fate is sealed.
I like how this doubles back almost perfectly with Acheron's statement, where Acheron asked him the question. It doesn't... Yeah, his fate is sealed now and he's living a lie, but he chose that. So is it truly meaningless? It's the fate he chose.
Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from them?
Does it matter?
Don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future.
And then it doubles back her, and then her ideas double back to Boot Hill and the Stellaron Hunters and Downhung and how they're talking. You follow the path. The Aeons always follow their path straight forward. And you will follow behind them blindly. But like you said, oh, now that your Aeon's dead, you guys suddenly have choice? It's like, no, don't explain it. We've always had the choice. It's just more apparent now that we're not blindly following.
The future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah. We took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Well, I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you.
It couldn't fly, could it?
Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey. That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value.
It's only assigned by those who are the strong.
While this world
You
has its
only
fair
get it
share
by
of
taking.
heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime. Some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal, and the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that can't be eradicated.
I wonder what he's getting at. Is he getting at the idea that even in a state of equality, there will always be those who are weak and those who will always be strong? And rather than everyone being strong, in the end, the people who are strong will stay strong, the people who are weak will stay weak, and essentially it will be a status quo. And that's what the equality will achieve. No one will rise, no one will fall. And if you're already strong, you'll stay strong.
In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
I get it. Okay, I get it. People who have nothing will dream of a future where they have everything. But the people who have everything won't dream of that same future. Therefore, the human nature of it, the idea of what their ambition is in the dreamscape, will literally hamper them no matter what, even in an equal landscape, because the way they think isn't even equal, because of how inherently unequal they are. I get it.
What if people don't live for the future? Do they merely exist for survival? If even you,
Now I get the bird analogy.
brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which Eon can make our dreams come true?
Now I get it. Okay. The whole bird analogy is people believe that a bird can fly because they've always seen him do it. They've never seen him crash and burn. If you take a bird who's never flown or who's crashed and burned and put them there, will they still soar? If it's never seen someone fly, will it have the concept to even fly in the first place, even if you gave it the equal footing? It's the nurture versus nature type argument, or philosophical idea. I like it. I didn't think the game was going to delve into that.
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Yet they still do.
Are you reading, sister? What are you reading?
Mr. 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿 gave me a picture book. It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own, brother?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I long for a true paradise where everyone can find peace.
Then let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious.
That's why he's okay with people being in the dream and
It's a
living
deal,
their
then.
life in the dream. They will find their peace,
Yeah,
even if it isn't
it's
true
a
that you
deal.
can.
But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
I like it. 8 hours.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Oh, that was a lot, but that was good. I mean, it's not anything crazy, but philosophical wise, I enjoy it. Man, let me see, like, I can't drop this game from Wuthering Waves! It's just so many games, so little time. I don't know, I'm a gacha channel. Holy shit, 3 different gacha games, bro. I'd kill myself.